Week number 6 brings us to the Nürburgring for the Martin Sports Car Club iRacing League. And I'd like to take this opportunity to go ahead and introduce my co-host, Lexi Plumley.
Hi.
And that's all you got?
Are you?
Yeah, okay. So we'll just go with hi. All right, so we will get into this race as quick as there is a lot of drama that's going to go on. Usually happens at the Nürburgring, just like it does with Spa. And let's talk about who ended up where. So Ali Bellinger is in first place on pole with a 153.3 blistering time for him, followed closely by Jesse Olsen, 0.2 back. And third place is Justin Hall, who was the second place Justin Hall in last week, so that's why his name says Justin Smalls. Fourth place was Justin Hall, so we'll see how these two end up in their fight in order to see who is going to earn the name Justin Smalls for the next race. Fifth was Zach Holden. Sixth was Vincent Cernuto. 7 was Daniel Ciro. 8th, Tom Jessen. 9th, Dean Dibzal. 10th is Matthew Montalvo. 11th is Skylar Gragg. 13th with a great, 12th is with a great time that he put in was Chris Wells from the Martin Sports Car Club. 13th is Andy Gatorick. 14th, Zane Plumley with TNN SCCA. 15th, Kevin Medina. Nicholas Vincent in 16th. Justin Di Barrera is in 17th. His name's not there. I had to figure that one out. 18th is Bob Blucher. Bjorn Strange ended up in 19th. Forrest Bullen in 20th. Craig Klein for Tennessee in 21st. Michael Cabrera in his Banana Porsche for Martin Sports Car Club is in 22nd. 23rd is Brad Alvis, and 24th is Michael Day. So missing a few cars this week, but that's okay. We're still going to have a great race as the pace car is already taking everyone into the first part as we get back to real speed here. And how about Lexi, what do you got to say so far? You looking forward to a crazy race or a good race or a clean race?
Crazy?
A crazy race? Why do you like crazy races?
I think I just heard some crash.
Maybe. Somebody might have hit somebody already.
Well, craziness is just crazy, and I'm crazy.
Yes, you are crazy. All right, so what's crazy is the pace car is off, and Ali is holding up the field to let everybody get around the corner, which is a thing he usually does, and especially, he waits all the way to the line and gets on the gas as we go to this unbelievable first corner. This turn 1 actually turns on itself and dips away at the apex line. So you can see all the cars. There's people going 4 wide as Zane Plumley and Andrew Gatorick get crazy. Matt Montalvo in there as well, going as wide as he can as Zane Plumley pushes one of the Martin Sports Car Club BMWs out to the side. And a great jump by Justin Smalls past Jesse Olsen to get in the second place as they go through arena section, getting ready to air the legs. Oh, somebody goes off on the inside of the track. Justin Hall from Suddy, probably some cold tires through there, did probably miss, some of them. So there's a lot of action going on in the back. Not exactly sure what happened. There were some cars, so it looks like Vincent Banana Man got caught up, and Zach Holden as well also got caught up in some damage. There they are collecting themselves back to get into the race. So it doesn't look too bad. Maybe just some spins and some door banging. There's Skylar Gragg in 6th place, giving the boot right there to Dean Dibdal, who is in the BMW for this week. So Skylar's all over the back at him, gave him a NASCAR bump draft to say, hey man, let's go. We got to catch these leaders, are already getting away. Wow, so what do you think about that crazy start already?
Crazy.
Just crazy? Is that the word of the day? You don't know?
I do know that today, this race, I'm going to give out points.
Awesome. I think everybody loves points.
Yes, today is the day where you put it in the points bank. So you can get room.
Yep, there's Matt Montalvo making an inside dive on Zane Plumley through the chicane. Now, there were 2 chicanes here at this course, and there's one's a little bit tighter and one a little more open up, and we decided to go with the one that was opened up just a little bit more to allow a little bit more speed for everybody as well. So Ollie crosses the line with a 2-minute .3, which is pretty much 1 second faster than a lot of guys except for Dean and Skyler. So maybe they're working together. There's Justin Barrera. Looks like he's coming on the inside of Zane Plumley's. He runs it wide. That first corner with cold tires is absolute heck to get through there.
People are going into pit lane.
Yeah, I think Michael Day, Zach, and Vincent were all had some issues. Oh, and Kevin Medina as well. So those guys were probably taking an early pit to get some damage, but they will have to stop again as we have this gigantic freight train of guys. Look at this. So a couple different guys are coming through here. So Zane's leading the way from Justin Barrera, and who's got the yellow? Looks like Bob Lucher, Chris Wells, and Forrest, and Nicholas Vincent. I think Craig Klein might be in the back there as well. So crazy amount of people. So here's the other one that we have as Ollie is pulling out a 2.5 second lead over Justin Smalls. And then he is got Jesse all over the back of him and just keeping on going back. All these guys where their times are in yellow or orange means they're within a second of the car in front. So this lead pack here is Justin, Jesse, Dean, Skyler, Daniel, Tom, another great run for him, Andrew, who made up a bunch of places on the start, and Matt Montalvo. And then 1.6 seconds back to Zane Plumley. Looks like he's holding up the group there. So maybe we can get everyone back through here as Matt, again, is looking real racy. Looking on the inside of Dean, and this is like turning out to his favorite place to pass here. Oh, that might be a slowdown. I think that is a slowdown, or you at least got an incident X on that one for Andrew Gatorick. And he might be trying to bleed that off as these guys are all over the back of him, with Justin Smalls putting in a fast time, 2 seconds faster than Ollie, even though Ollie's got clean air out front as they all come down to this corner, which during the halfway point, we will pick someone to drive with. It is an unbelievable corner as they go through. And now everyone's getting some warmer tires and everyone's going green in their lap times. What was that? Was that your pink lemonade that you're bringing back up? Are you embarrassed now?
Just keep talking.
Oh, how about you keep burping? I mean talking.
Well, you cut that out.
Hey, better than tooting in the booth. All right, so Dean has gone backwards just a place there behind Andrew, which has given the opportunity for Zane and that other group to come through. Oh, Tom Jessen, what happened? What happened to Tom? He went backwards for just a few seconds, and looks like he's, oh, that's what it is. He's actually blinking, so he keeps falling down the order from the last place that the sim knows where he is. So there's Andy right now getting some pressure from Daniel as they go through, and Andy's just having such a fun time with that car, that McLaren. You know, he says he loves it, but it looks like such a handful right now as Dean takes the inside corner, and it looks like Andy had let him go through on a good line. But since he went so wide, Zane Plumley's able to catch up on the back bumper and possibly make a move, but decides not to in this really tight chicane as they go around to the last turn, which is 180 degrees up to the thing. So Andrew taking a real wide line through there, which does allow Zane Plumley to get through, and now he's on the inside. It's going to be a drag race going through to see who's going to get to turn one first, with Jesse Olsen now throwing down the fast lap. So it's going to be down to the braking zone for these two guys to see who's going to come out together, with Justin Barrera probably in the middle, figuring out which way am I going to go with this one. And he does take, and this was wow, something's going on with that McLaren. He keeps going wide all the time as these two guys are still going neck and neck, back and forth, side by side through all these turns, especially in this very, very tight arena section. And oh no, Justin Barrera just taps the bumper Zane, and there goes that. And away goes Andrew, free and clear, and also gives Forrest Bullen an opportunity to grab a whole bunch of places as he goes through there. So let's check on Jesse. Jesse is now on the back end with his Lamborghini, probably getting some draft here from Justin Hall.
Fastest lap.
Yep, Zach Holden in 24th place puts in the fastest lap. So he must have got some really nice matched tires in the pits when he was getting the damage done. Great for him, good eye. And there goes Tom.
I think I heard some crash.
Maybe. I see Tom going backwards but then back up. I think he's just blinking. So here's Jesse starting to size up Justin Hall to grab that second spot on the podium, and making sure that they are keeping Ollie at bay. Ollie was running out with a 3-second lead, and now it's back to just under a second. As the leader and timing board's going absolutely nuts. How about we check the battle box and keep an eye on what's going on in front and behind these guys. All right, Lex, I've been talking for way too much. So how about you get in there and say some things? This is where you talk.
Okay.
I mean, do you like the view? Do you not like the view?
There's a lot of
In the stands?
Yeah, probably about 1 million. So anyway, these cars are great, and this track is long.
The track is long? It's there's no rest in this track.
520 points.
Well, now that you've given out your secret, how you actually calculate the points. Well, you told everybody how you calculate how many points you give out. There's a lap number out of how many laps to go. Yep, so here we are on the muffler, the back bumper of Ollie, as he is trying to break the lead from these two guys going through here, as they are neck and neck, and we're gonna have to make sure that we definitely look close, as Ollie takes a little bit wider line, but I think he does that to get a better run, to get a straighter line on the exit. As he does, you can tell that he's gapped them ever so slightly as we go through the uphill S's here, which does get very, very slippery. Most guys can take that if you got the right setup, full all the way through. Oh no, what happened to your mic?
Hello.
Did your mic fall off? You doing cartwheels again?
What?
All right, mic check, mic check.
Hello.
Okay. All right.
So, everybody forget about what just happened.
I don't know what just happened. Oh, you burped?
Dad!
Oh, that's the face you made. If you want people to forget about it, you don't bring it up. Like, why want to change the second chicane or something? I don't know.
What's a chicane?
That's the tight right left, which we'll go through later.
Wait, do we have a map or something?
Yeah, we do have a map.
Shake and bake.
What? Who's on the shake and bake leader right now? Who is that? Forrest. Yeah, I guess he did. He moved up 11 spots.
Nice.
Yep, that is crazy.
Do we have a fun name thingy?
Yes, we do have a track map with some German names on it, which I'm sure I can't even understand. As we have Bjorn that took a peek, had a great launch, and then what happened? Looks like Justin Hall got in the back of Bjorn and was able to split the car of Bradley and Nicholas. So no harm, no foul for those two guys still running. But unfortunately, Bjorn got taken out, and it looked like Justin was sent into the inside pit wall as he wasn't able to get that car stopped in time, running into the back. So looks like Justin Hall had an issue. So he is now back in 11th place, trying to, get away from Zane Plumley, who has about, less than a second on him, and up in front of them is Chris Wells. And Bob Lucher has made up a ton of spots as well, 9 spots to move up. And he said that he was just going to have a nice, safe race, not race anybody, but here he is up in the top 10 from the back of the pack. So, there has been a lot of carnage. There's probably going to be a little bit more because this is the Nürburgring. And what does Nürburgring stand for, Lexi? Nürburgring, yeah. What does the name mean? Hamburger?
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know if it means hamburger or not.
French fries with beans.
French fries with beans? I don't know about that one.
What about Dad is awesome, so he can cut my hair?
I don't know if you want me to cut your hair.
Yes, that's what Mom said.
Oh, well, I only know how to shave, like, with the shears and stuff, like a boy haircut. So yeah, I don't know if you want that. So that whole mid-pack there, Matthew, Andrew, Forrest, Bob Lucher, all through in their fast time, is they're not able to use the draft from anybody else. And Bradley goes in the pit lane. I think there was some damage from him as well, as we're watching these guys go through, and here is a shot of Vincent Cernuto. So he's no longer has the fastest lap, but he is moving forward again after he took an early pit stop from some damage up there. All right, so Bradley's in the pit. Vincent put in another fast time of 1:54.7, although not the fastest time again. And Zach Holden. So these and Michael Day. So those guys are gonna move up. I'm sure. So there's a new livery for Michael Day. He did put it on the Discord channel and took votes on what was best, and I guess that's the one that ended up with getting the most votes. So working in 21st place, he's going to try to make up some time here. But this is a tough track to master. This track actually has a very, very rough surface, and it does chew up, especially the front tires. A lot of guys were complaining about grip in the practice sessions, that after about 10 laps, you know, the front end was just washing away. So I know a lot of guys are not taking tires in this race, and it's going to be interesting to see how much they overheat and how much they're going to grip after that. So there is Ollie in first with the same amount of gap back, you know, that Justin Hall had, a 0.8. And then Skylar Gregg moved up. So he moved up 8 spots to get on the top spot of the podium. There he is there. Looks like he's also still keeping a pretty clean car, as those guys are putting in some fast times now, starting to feel the track move in. And it was an early morning session, so the track was 72 degrees, or 70 degrees when it started, and it's going to be moving up to 72, which is still a pretty cool track as far as track temp goes, so it'll help with those tires, you know, staying a little bit longer. Why don't you go down the leaderboard?
All right, well, you just did a
I
few
only,
laps ago.
well, not really.
Yeah, you say where everybody is, and it changes.
It does change, but once you start talking about it before we get into pit stops.
Well, I think,
All right, nice and loud. Ready, go.
all of the
Yep, you did. You got it right.
Jesse, Skylar, Dean, Matthew, Daniel, Andrew, Forrest, Bob Bleacher.
Bob Blucher.
How about you have a croissant with me? Justin Small, Crispy Wells,
Also known as,
Chris Wells,
or
Charles.
Charles. Oh, Bob Blucher had a little spin. Was able to let Chris Wells and Zane Plumley go by. That shouldn't be too much an issue for him. He's pretty quick. Sometimes usually getting up towards the front, so he should be able to, you know, keep up with those guys. All right, so keep going. I'm sorry.
Justin Barrera.
Oh, Jesse's going. Sorry, Jesse's going for the lead. Outbreaks Ollie, going through the chicane. And now Jesse Olsen for MSCC is now out into the lead on coming up on lap number 9. All right, go ahead. I'm sorry.
It's fine.
Where were you?
Justin
There
Barrera,
you
Bjorn Stage, Banana Man, Kevin, Vincent, Michael, Bradley, Zach, Nicholas,
Craig.
Craig, Tom, and Justin Hall Studio.
Suddy for shut up and drive it. All right, so we are on the nose cam right now of Ollie giving chase to just some of our so fast guys. Man, you can see the detail. You can see the transmission detail that is on just the inside of that diffuser there, and it's just the amount of detail that the iRacing company puts into this simulation is absolutely amazing sometimes. So I try to run as much graphics as I can, especially for the broadcast, and I think the frame rate, I've lowered it to the point where I don't want to really mess up the broadcast, but try to put as much detail as you can. Yeah, as you can see some of the rocks actually coming off the tires into the camera.
I think Jesse was blinking.
I think that was probably just part of the thing. So here's a BMW 3-car battle with Dean still out front in the number 6 BMW by Zane Plumley Motorsports with a real close. So there goes Matt. So Matt loves this backstretch area I'm telling you, it's probably one of his favorite areas. And Daniel's doing the old BMW IMSA trick and just flashing his lights to see if it will actually give him more speed or slow down the cars in front of him. But it doesn't work when you flash other BMWs. It only works when you flash Corvettes at Sebring, if you guys actually remember that. This is one of our tightest races. So with these three guys getting all dicey with it, it's allowing Andrew now to catch up, who just threw in a pretty fast lap, faster than the guys in front of him, which is why he's coming into the picture now. There's that shot at turn 1 where it just completely falls away. So lap number 10, do you know who you want to ride with?
It is lap number 10.
Yep.
I was at, for that second, I thought, oh, it's Mr.
Yep.
I think we'll do the commentator's curse on Mr. Zach Holden.
You want to ride around with Zach? Okay, all right, let's wait for him to get... No, not to crash. No, he's got to be able to get up to the start-finish line. So I'm trying to find his name on the track map on the upper right, as Jesse and Ollie are still going at it. Here we go. There's Jesse still at his workplace with his helmet on, keeping focus. All right. What do you want to try? You want to try to put the helmet on and do some work?
Well, not work.
Well, I mean,
drive it.
Well, I mean, there's like weeds to pick and cars to wash. All right, so still wondering where Zach Holden is. So there goes Ollie and Jesse at the start-finish line. So we'll go ahead and put it on Zach's car. Looks like he's coming on the back straight, going up the hill. So he just went through the S's. So we'll stay on this. Also, it's a good battle too, between himself and Bradley, who I know he's had a love-hate relationship with this track this week. Unfortunately, I don't think it was well suited for the AMG that he's driving. Although it is working for Skylar pretty well, but also, you know, Brad did get involved in an incident, you know, there he goes, Zach Holden on the inside of Bradley as he's coming through the last corner. Let's go ahead and switch it up. No, I should have had this ready. There we go. All right, track map, here we come. All right, here's the front straight going through the first corner, and what is that?
Hockenheim.
That's another track. Hocken? No idea. But this whole area going through here is the Mercedes Arena. So here's one of the whole complex here, they just call it the Mercedes Arena. So as they're coming out of that, there is a short straight coming into
Valvoline curve.
Close, Valvoline curve for the Valvoline oil.
And Florida curve.
Ford curve, like what's in the driveway. The truck that tows the race car.
Dunlop Terror.
Yeah, it is Dunlop. Cara? I don't know, we're gonna have to talk to Bjorn. He's actually German.
And Michael Sanders with
so that was
sausages?
Michael Schumacher. That's his curves. Oh, we're getting close behind here.
Mikalo curve.
Michelin curve.
And Weister.
Oh, if you like beer, you like this one. Warsteiner curve.
I like it.
Okay, that's good.
Advent Bacon?
Coming up to Advent.
Toboggan.
Yeah, Boggin.
Toboggan.
Yep, and
Nick.
it's actually letters.
NGK Shaken
NGK chicane for the NGK spark plugs. And then I'm sorry, one last one. You should know this one.
Coca-Cola curve.
Coca-Cola curve. So it sounds like these guys, whoever owns this track, pretty much sold out corner space to any corporation that had to do with racing or soft drinks or beer to name some of the curbs.
Tom is gone.
Tom is out.
Wow.
That's not
Wait,
a
I think
good
he just
sign.
came back in. What's going on?
Yep. So these two, actually, the whole time we were racing, Bradley is still on the back end of Zach Holden. And thank you, Zach, for allowing us to ride in your car for a lap.
He could have crashed. Oh.
It's the mad sloth of Daniel Ciro, who is giving chase. Now, Dean has been so good in this BMW this week at this track, as he has always been on somebody's bumper, and he has given Matt, whoa, that was Daniel almost taking the back end of Dean off as they went around that corner.
I like
You like the cat picture? Oh, was that Junie? Junie didn't make it this week, unfortunately.
Oh, also there's 2 people missing. 2 Matts.
Yep, Matt Jackson, unfortunately, has run into some scheduling conflicts with his work. And who was the other one? Oh, Team Tennessee, Michael Cochran, their fast guy, actually was injured. So he hurt his shoulder, so he hasn't been racing either, unfortunately. So who else were you talking about that were missing? You said 2 Matts.
Oh yeah, and I think we're missing Matt. The 2 Matts. Can you remember the last name? So Matt Jackson, and there's another Matt.
What team? She's looking at me like, team? What do you mean? What team? What? All right, speaking of teams.
Carol.
Matt Carroll? Yeah, good job. Yep, so there's Jesse still in the lead with Ollie still half second behind. And as they come up to lap 13, getting ready to get on board with lap 14 here shortly, pit stops are going to start happening for the guys that did not pit early for any damage. So we still have some runners. Look like Bob Blucher. Bob Blucher's actually, just like I said, running down Zane after he had that spin in one of those merchandise curves that they had back over there right before the Michael Schumacher section that they have. So this is shaping up to be a close race. Zane, if you noticed, is actually not in the Ford GT for the second race in a row. So in the league, we do have a rule that you can only use 2 separate GT3 cars. So you can't just pick any car that actually has an advantage over the other cars for each individual track. So I've decided to, the Ford was not being represented well with a lot of the aftermarket setup shops that some of the guys actually use who don't have time to set up their own cars like I do, unfortunately. And so since all the shops stopped making setups for the Ford, I decided to go to the BMW, and so I gave in. So if you can't beat them, join them. What you got, Lex? You don't know what you got?
I know what I got.
What do you got?
So, get ready your mailboxes. I got points.
More points?
Yes, forget the other.
Why forget it? Why can't they just add to it?
Okay, you guys add. I don't want to add. Now you have 1,420.
Yep. So these guys are writing down everything on a piece of sticky note and a pencil and figuring out how many of the points they have.
They're not watching us live.
No.
We're not live. So
But they will be. They'll think it's live.
Oh yeah, because people think it's live, but they actually
Yeah.
do that. What we do, they always record it.
Well, usually when you watch a racing on TV, it is when they're talking about it, they're actually there watching, or it's being streamed to their studio lives, and that's what you hear. So the racing is live at that point. As we get a great shot of Skylar and his wheels. Oh no!
Oh!
What happened? I think that is the incident where Jesse was trying to get into. Yeah, Jesse was trying to get into the pits, and because there is so little space after the chicane to get into the pits, I think Ollie was trying to make an inside move and on Jesse, and Jesse wanted to get over and take his pit. So, man, unfortunately, that did not work out. So that actually gives Skylar the lead of this race. So he gets a bonus point for leading a lap, as everybody now in the top 10 is going to take the pit, except for Skylar, Ollie, and Zane. Zane should not be in third place with that lap time that he had, but the guys are now cycling through. So the top 3 have not pit yet, and you can see everybody moving through. So almost the other guys have. We can check the pit strategy.
1,520 points.
Yep, so here's some guys. So Forrest hasn't pit yet. Neither has Andrew, Matthew, Zane, Ollie, and Skylar. But here goes Ollie, getting ready. He's looking on both sides to make sure he's filling up all 3 mirrors in that car, giving chase to Skylar. But Skylar's a cool, calm character 99% of the time. Just make sure he's not following you into some of the curves, over at Le Mans. Sorry, man, I had to say that. So as they're running side by side, there goes Ollie back to the inside, jumped on the brakes, nice and smooth, and that gives the Skylar a chance. So now they're both hitting pit lane. So this was probably the last. So lap number 15, almost 16 is about as far as you can stretch the thing. So the only last one is Zane Plumley in third place, 23 seconds back. So he should be hitting pit lane as well. So up and over the NGK curve, and there he goes. You can see just how little space there is after the curve if you want to keep some momentum going through there.
So we have a new shake and baker.
We do?
Yes, Michael Day.
Oh, that's right, Michael Day.
Because Forrest only has 10, and Michael Day has 12.
Well, I had 11, but I was in the pit, so.
Oh my god! Wait, where are you?
Yeah. So now I'm.
Brings his blade.
Yeah. So I'm cycling through, getting ready to leave the pits, and yep. So that gives so Bob and Chris Wells, who were in front of Zane Plumley. There goes Zane out of the pits, right next to Brad. Where's he at? There he is. Who Brad has been out there for a while. So old Dirty Brad is his nickname on his banner has. Is giving chase, and the front end of that car looks like it might be struggling a little bit. So maybe he's cooked the tires, trying to catch up to some of the guys up front, which is Zach, and but he got a 6.5 second gap. So now we got this little train here between City, Team Tennessee, and the 2 Martin cars. And they're gonna all be looking to see the dethrone Brad to get that elusive top 10. For some of these guys, Brad usually is in the top 10 normally, but Zane, Chris are usually not in the top 10, and Bob's been in there a few times as well. So they all want to get back up there.
I sort of know someone named Brad.
Brad who? Brad Pitt?
What?
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 Who?
What?
Huh?
What? Brad. I sort of know someone who's named Brad.
You do?
Yes.
Well, who is it? Oh, Dad, his name is Brad.
His name is Brad. I would not do that.
Sure. Never mind? Okay. All right.
His name is Invisible.
Invisible Brad?
Yes.
Is he your imaginary friend?
No,
All right, so here we have the 4 cars going through here, an all-German battle. And if you're probably saying, Zane, it's a Lamborghini, it's Italian. Well, actually, they're owned by the VW Group and share parts with the Audi R8, so it's partially German. And coming into turn 1, and again, this crazy turn as it just dips through there. And Oh, Bradley's got some. He does have some grip issues, I think, going through. Bjorn putting in his fastest lap now. He's saving his best laps for the last as he puts in a 1:55.3. This is the best race that we have going on at the moment right now is these 4 cars. As everyone else, Ollie has pulled away from Skyler for a 2.5 second gap with Matt Montalvo in third. Also like a second and a half, but it looks like he's making up space on Skyler. So Lexi, keep an eye on these cars up here and tell me if any of those change colors. As ZPM teammates between
The 3 of them?
Yes, between Daniel and Dean are still keeping pace. I wonder if they have team orders to see that they're not going to ruin each other's race. Maybe they're happy, running in 4th and 5th without Daniel having a race, so that way they're getting the most points. So with the teams, we do have, I believe, 6 teams now, and everyone's pretty much defined by a lot of their liveries, which is good. And it makes it more exciting because there's a lot of strategy that comes into team play with all the extra bonus points, like who has the fastest lap, who gets pole, leads the most laps, whoever loses the most spaces, gains the most spaces, and has clean races. So there's an opportunity to gain like 5 to 6 bonus points, sometimes even more, as Ollie puts in now the fastest lap on lap number 18. And these guys are still going strong, but back here, these 4, Chris is falling off the pack, not by much. And oh no, it's the same one. Zane still within a second, and Bob now is also on the back in Zane. So the lap times are falling off. We're in the 155s point, mid 155s, and yeah, Chris Wells he might have had a mistake running that 157. Yep. So there's Matt. So Matt is moving up now. So he's had a great race. Even though he started like in 10th place, but he is moving forward. Yeah, I'm on it now. She's still pointing to it like, it's changing colors, it's changing colors. I was like, I know, I changed the view.
It finally changed for sure.
Yep, so there's Matt giving chase here with 2 laps left. Daniel, I don't know if he's actually coaching Dean right now around the track, or he's just happy to sit tight and let Dean take 4th for maximum points and not take each other out for the team. So going back to the team, the top 3 drivers from each team, whoever points they get in the race, their points are added together for everything. So Vincent Cernuto gets his fastest time now, 1:54. So that's great for him. So we're going to go back to Bob Blucher,
who does not have a really lazy.
No, he is sporting those yellow wheels. He was very happy. I know he normally runs a blue and yellow car, but he was very happy to get the team livery for that. So him and Jesse have the identical cars except for wheels, and a lot of guys do that as well. If you see Nicholas Vincent running the same livery and car as Zane, but he runs the green wheels. So that's one of the ways to tell the guys apart. And there's Craig. Haven't had talked too much about Craig, but Craig Klein also with Team Tennessee. So they probably are working on team orders as well, making sure that they finish the best that they can to get the most amount of points. All right, so Matthew, there we go. Now definitely on the back bumper of 2nd place, Skyler. I know that's probably how he looks in the helmet right now. He's probably like, I'm going to get this guy. Yeah, so I was, during the race last night, my wife came up to me after the race was over and I pulled my VR off and she's like, were you crying? It's just, so yeah, the racing, believe it or not, it's Matt, was it Matt Malone? No, Jimmy Broadbent, famous racer. Oh, Skyler drops a couple wheels, and that does give Matt the opportunity to run right by through there as Skyler went just a little too wide off track.
Almost a 20.
I know, almost a 20.
We better talk.
Yep, and Craig, I think these guys are keeping team orders through here, just catching up on some of the races. Justin Barrera, unfortunately, we didn't talk too much about him. Where's his name? Oh, there we go. Because he added the word dive bomb in there. I couldn't find the word Barrera.
Wait, what does it say? Justin
Dive Bomber Barrera. So,
Dive Bomber?
That means he goes like, he waits for the very last second and jams on the brakes and tries to push everybody out of the way to the apex of the corner and they call that a dive bomb because he does it from like a quarter and a mile back for each curve. But he is all over the back of Chris Wells right now trying to give chase, as is Bob Blucher. Still same amount of time, 0.8. Every time we check these guys, it's been 0.8. So white flag lap.
White lap.
Yep, as Ollie goes through for the last time through turn 1, and Skylar now is still right on the back. So, I mean, if Matthew better keep it clean, or Skylar will, return the favor and jump and pounce right back onto him and grab that second spot of the podium. These guys, like I said, they must be in team orders while they're not racing. So we're just gonna chalk that up to these guys just saying, hey, we need to finish for the best that we can. Zane is now closing in on Bradley with some of his worn tires. So Jesse Olsen a 154.2 for his fastest lap.
Oh, what do you think this sloth is saying?
I don't know. What is he saying?
Let's try to see.
Hey, I wanna drive.
Well, or maybe he's saying like, hey, get out of my car. I'm going to slap you, silly.
He might say that. So there's Justin. Justin now heated up.
Dive boom.
Bomber. Justin dropping a wheel, but he stays on the gas in that Ford, and now he is flashing Chris Wells to get past him as they are closing in. So Skylar, as they are getting ready to go, I'm trying to find Skylar. So they're on the back straight, which has a curve in it, up through the chicane, and we're going to go ahead and keep this on Ollie as he is going through. Yep, getting ready to cross the finish line. There he goes.
Flag.
Checkered flag. Congratulations, Ollie, on your win. And here is the battle for second. So Matt was able to hold off Skylar for second and third. And there is Team ZPM as they go through, flashing their lights. Justin Hall, who will be renamed Justin Hall for the next race. And there is Andrew coming through, and also Forrest. So checking in on Brad. So Brad, bad tires and all, was actually able to fend off Zane as the two MSCC guys, three MSCC guys come through right through there. Bob, Chris, and then Justin in between him and Jesse. So Zach Holden coming around the corner, giving a little tow to Bjorn for his last one as he crosses the line. Kevin Magida, didn't really talk too much about him. I think he got tangled up, but he's got a bunch of Tennessee boys chasing him to the end across the finish line as his back end gets a little crazy through the first one. Nicholas Vincent takes a much tighter line, trying to protect it as he wants to keep his number 18 spot as the Tennessee boys enter 18 and 19. So there is Vincent Cernuto come in. So he must not have had a good race because he dropped 15 places, unfortunately. And here's Michael Cabrera, which unfortunately we didn't talk too much about, but looks like he's changed. He's having a great day. He looks like he is happy. I don't know if he's out of fuel trying to shake the car.
Yellow is happy.
Yep.
Oh, is he doing turbulent?
Yep, and then Michael Day as well. So that is our race.
Yay.
That is crazy. How'd you like that one?
Crazy.
Crazy.
Oh, and everybody gets 2,120 points.
That is a lot of points.
So enjoy that. Also, now we're in slow motion.
Yep. So we're closing up the broadcast here. So just trying to shake things up a little bit instead of the blip views and whatnot. Just trying something new to make things a little bit better. And if you like it, tell me so in the comments below. If you don't, then tell me that too. Doesn't matter. All right. So Ollie, again, that might be his third win. I think his third win of the year for him, and also helps out Team Tennessee. There, Matt Montalvo in second with the fully sent, and Skylar Gregg rounding off your podium for Shut Up and Drive. Had a great drive by him as well. ZPM teammates Dean and Daniel, the D&D guys, ended up in fourth and fifth with the Justin Hall. We'll have to change his name. In 6th place, Andrew, another ZPM guy, in 7th. So ZPM, I think, might be winning the team competition this week with having 3 guys within the top 7. Forrest Bullen in 8th. Brad for Set Up and Drive It, able to hold on for 9th. Zane Plumley, a top 10. Doesn't happen very often, but he'll take it. Bob Blucher in 11th, followed by teammate Chris Wells. And ZPM driver Justin Dive Bomb in 13th. Jesse Olson, not a normal spot for him to end up that far down, but he did have that incident trying to get into the pits with Ollie. Zach Holden in 15th, Bjorn 16th, Kevin Medina 17th. Not like him as well of late. He's usually a lot higher than that. Nicholas is in 18th, and I'm looking for
the button to
the
make
button.
it go down.
I know. I need to show everybody how many buttons I have to look for look for this little tiny button that moves this thing down. Craig in 19th. Tom, unfortunately, I guess something happened to him. We weren't able to catch. Is down in 20th after running in top 6. Vincent 21st. Banana Man 22nd. Michael Day 23rd. And Justin Hall, unfortunately, 6 laps back. Looked like he retired to the pits. All right. Well, that was a great race. Any last comments you got there, Lexi?
Bye.
Wow. She's like, hurry up. We got to go bowling, Dad.
Oh, yeah, we're going bowling.
All right. So thank you guys very much, and we'll be very happy for any comments that you leave below, and we'll be also happy to see you next week.
Bye.